Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a build video and we're going to be doing every room is a different Sims 4 build style. Now I've already built the outside of the house. I did not want that there. Because sometimes I think not watching someone build a house is boring. But sometimes I just think it's a little bit more fun just to get straight on into the decorating. Now I've obviously used quite a lot of growing together in this house and I am in the growing together world. But I think it's kind of cute. I tried to go for something that wasn't 2 stories for a change because I normally do 2-story houses. But I actually really like this kind of bungalow style. And this is the inside. So there is a little entryway here. Excuse me. This is going to be the kitchen. The dining room's kind of going to go into this little nook here. This is the living room and there is a bathroom, 2 bathrooms. These 2 are going to be bedrooms and this is going to be an office, but it could be a bedroom. So it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. And I'm also going to do the garden and also the front porch furniture. I've also got a garage, so that's going to be fun to decorate. I'll do some sort of hobby or whatever based on the style we get, I suppose. I'm not sure what I want to put in there yet. I probably should put some lights in and then I can change them out as we go. So we're going to be using the styles today, which are all of these, and you can find them when you filter your items. And I found a spinning wheel. Rude. Found a spinning wheel on Google and this is what we are going to be using. It has all of the build styles. Now, if we spin, say, something for the kitchen and there's no kitchen appliances or counters or anything that are in that style, then I will use base game to compensate. So when I want this to be functional, but we will just use the base game to fill in the gaps. And I feel like a lot of the newest items are not going to fit into any styles and we're not going to see any of the newest items. But that is okay. So I was thinking we would start with the entryway. And I've tried to kind of make everything its own room, even though it's kind of an open plan. So from this wall here will be the entryway. Obviously the kitchen is all good. And then the dining room and this big hallway will all be one room. And then the living room is obviously a separate room. So I've kept it open plan, but tried to isolate each room individually so that we get the most style. So maybe we should start with this entryway. And if we spin the wheel, the entryway is going to be storybook. I think that's going to be cute. I think we can make that work. So let's go into storybook. The lights are already so cute. Not many hanging ones though. Okay, let's do wallpaper. I've already done the flooring through this house, apart from the kitchen and the bathrooms, because I thought that their floors are a little bit more specific, but I wanted to make all the wood floors coherent around the house. All right, these are our wallpapers. This one is the only indoor wallpaper, so I feel like we need to go for this, and I'm tempted by that one. I think I'm going to go for this white one with the crows on it. Because I don't want anything too dark. I don't want to start off too dark. And what furniture do we have? Should we just go by all? I want something that's going to fit in this hallway. And I'm just going to pull out a few things that I think would be nice in here. And we have a rug. Does that fit in here? Pretty well. Or we do this kind of rug and put it right by the front door. I think that's probably better. Alright, not too many things that kind of go in a hallway, but I think we can make it work. I might put... That is huge. I don't really want to use a dresser, but maybe we could instead of a side table, because I don't think there was a side table. Well, I didn't see one anyway. Or we could put a china cabinet. I quite like the apothecary cabinet from the Realm of Magic. We can put a bunny. I love this little plant from Growing Together. I would put a piano, but it's far too big for this entryway. I do love the Realm of Magic one. It's so beautiful. Maybe we will put that there, and then we can put this dresser here on this wall with a little lamp, and I'm going to change the rug color. And I think that's all we can get in here. What about a little toadstool so you can sit down and put on your shoes? I might swap the lamp and the bunny around because the bunny is holding a flower, which is making this a little bit more difficult. Maybe I will put a hanging light in here. We don't have many options, but this one, this one might be okay. Or I might see if the base game has something. I feel like this has the same feel, but it doesn't hang down quite as low as the other one. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. That might count as cheating, but I think the other one is slightly too low for the Sims to walk in. So that is our storybook hallway. And I think that I will now do the dining room and the hallway. I say dining room, the dining area. And our dining room is going to be patio. I was really hoping it would keep going over to contemporary. Brilliant. All right, so we've got to do a patio themed dining area. My favorite lights. Actually, this might not be as bad as I thought. We've already got off to a good start. There's no wallpaper. Maybe I will paint the walls after I have chosen my furniture. So, dining tables. We do have a round one, which is what I did want to have initially. We do have this long one, which is probably a bit long. And then we have this one, which is quite sweet. I want to see what kind of colours we have here. I think I am going to go for the round one because that is what I wanted to use initially. Okay, we've done that. And then what chairs do we want to use? These ones clearly are the logical answer. And I really like this swatch. I don't know why they need so many chairs. Maybe I'll just do it like that. Plants, at least we have a lot of plant options here. But oddly enough, nothing for the middle of the dining table, which is kind of annoying, but maybe we can go for this and size it down. Pop that in the middle there. That's cute, I guess. And we have this plant, which we can put here. We do have this hanging plant, which we could hang from here if we size it down. That looks cool actually in here. And then it also kind of looks like it's creeping into the other room. And what other decorations do we have? We do have this, which could be nice here in the corner. Do we want the barbecue sauce? Maybe not. Wall decorations? Not ideal. We do have the best curtains, but I have no windows in this room. That is so annoying. We do have the best light. We're all good for that one. What else am I looking for? A rug. We need a rug in here. And our options are slim. What if we went for this flower one? Sized it up. Okay, that's not too bad. I don't hate it. I do not love it, but I don't hate it. And what else do we have? What else can we do in this room? We don't have a lot of space to put anything. I could move this door over and put this here, which could look quite cool. It doesn't look anything like the others. Okay, it looks a little bit more like wood if I choose that swatch. It's annoying that there's no mirror. Is there no pictures or anything? No pictures, no mirrors. We could hang this up like that over there. I don't know if your sim can get under it, actually. We can put this storybook there. We can maybe put this condiment thing here. It's kind of ugly, but that's okay. Sculptures. We could maybe put this on the wall. Can we change the color? There we go. That's not too bad. So I think that we can paint the walls now. I don't know what I want to do though. We could do just a green stucco in this room. Or the blue. No, I think I'm going to do the green. I'm going to do the green stucco in here. Because it's neutral and it's plain. And I think that that is okay. And this is our patio. Oh, I want to put another light maybe down here. Maybe we can change the colour of these actually. Okay, this is our patio themed dining room. It is not my best work, but it will do, and I assume it's functional. So let's move on to the kitchen, I think. And I'm quite nervous about this one. Please give me something that has a kitchen set. We were so close to modern. Queen Anne. I don't even know if that does have a kitchen set. Queen Anne, Queen Anne. It's going to be right. Nope. There it is. Wow, some pretty fancy lights going on in the kitchen. What flooring have we got for tile? Oh, alright, that's not too bad for the tile in this room. Kind of ugly, but maybe in a good way. And then for the walls, this is the only tile we've got. Well, actually, hang on. If we change this to the blue tile, at least it's coherent. And do we have a kitchen set? No. Do we have a fridge or a stove? Oh, good. Well, I'm so glad we have this. Okay, well, we will be using the base game then. And I will try and go for something, in my opinion, that is Queen Anne-esque, which I think is probably this. I feel like that's the most Queen Anne. Or these ones? No, I think these ones. So for this kitchen, I was thinking fridge here. And then the stove here. Sink. And then I think we probably have quite a bit of room. We could probably do a small island right there. Just a small one though. I hate to say it, but I feel like this is probably the best stove for this area. And for the fridge, maybe the matching one. I feel like the style is quite old-fashioned. So I'm going to go with those things there. Queen Anne. See, they have bar stools. So we can go for those. I didn't give them a sink. But there is a sink. What a great day. And for decorations, look, we have a fruit bowl. This scale. We have a cake. And a tea set. We're pretty well set, actually, for this room, aren't we? I quite like this kitchen, you know. I'm going to get rid of this light, and then let's see what we've got for light. We do have quite the selection here. I'm going to put a lamp. What do you mean you don't fit? You do fit there. Oh, the jellyfish one. All right, what else do we have? Let's look at our decorations. Oh, there's some nice things that can go on the wall. We could have these birds and these plates. A cookie jar and a jug. This kitchen is actually got a lot of kitchen-y things. Paintings, very posh paintings, but I don't think I've got any room for any of them. Anything else? A bin, but I don't know if there'll be a Queen Anne bin. But I think that's everything I can get in this room, but I will just double check. Maybe I will put the clock, maybe the one that goes on the wall. Why is it so tiny? Maybe I can put that here. There we go. Okay, well that's our Queen Anne kitchen done. Surprisingly, I actually really like it. It's not something personally that I would choose, but I think we met the brief. It's being very laggy. Just a reminder to save your game. Okay, we're gonna do the living room now, and I'm hoping we're gonna get something good here. So let's spin the wheel. Shabby! A shabby living room. We were so lucky with this entryway. We had such a promising time. And now look what's happened to us. Okay, let's start with our wallpaper. Well, I feel like I just need to go with that. And I will just give my half wall some trim. What do you mean? That is... Right, back to the living room. So embarrassing. Alright, for sofas, we have this, and this. I think I'm going to pick this one from the basement kit. And I'm very tempted by this pattern. I don't know why, it's calling to me. Then for chairs, I think again, I'm just going to go for the ones... Oh, okay, that one is outside. I'm just going to go with I am just going to go with the ones from the basement kit. And luckily we have this rug from Get Famous, and it does have shabby swatches, but it also has really clean swatches. Oh, do we go for a busy rug? I have no idea what the layout of this living room is going to be right now, so I'm just placing some things down. Okay, let's put the sofa. This is such a big living room. Let's put the sofa here. Might do the white because it looks a lot less grubby. Maybe I'll do the green because we already have green going through this house. Oh, good. I'm so glad we have a TV. Wow. They spent this family spent all their money on the entryway of their house and their very expensive kitchen. And then they got to their living room and they went, oh no, we've run out. We'll have to make it as cheap as possible. So unfortunately we have to have the flickering lamps. Okay, we have this table which does not match the shabby aesthetic, in my opinion. Back to shabby. What have we got? The one we've already used. This giant one. Maybe I will go for the broken one. Do you have a less broken swatch? Yeah, that one's less broken. Now maybe we change this. Maybe I will go for the eco lifestyle furniture. I think it just, well, it's not ideal, but I do somehow think it's less ugly than the rest of it. Oh well, we could go for these chairs. It's definitely a choice. We do have a cute plant though. I do love this one. And this succulent plant, perhaps. We have this crate. We can use that. Because why have a table when you can have a crate? And then why have a lamp that works when you can have this one, which is a flickering one? Honestly, I don't see why you wouldn't want those things. I'm so glad I have this broom that I can use. I mean, we could put that in there, but it doesn't really make any sense. We could do a desk and do an office and do this as a third bedroom. I feel like that could be better, although they're not going to be able to get a... We can put a mirror. There isn't going to be a computer, is there? So I don't know why I'm even considering having an office in here. What other crap can they have? How about just a box, trophies and stuff? That's not shabby, that's made by a child. But we can put that in here, because I think it's cute. Well, that is our shabby living room. Oh, curtains. This is it? This is all you're giving me? Well, you're not having curtains then. I'm so sorry. No curtains for you. Unless you can make a curtain, but I doubt it. There isn't really any hanging lights. So I think I will just get rid of the big light. We need something in this corner. No, keep the shabby on. Keep the shabby on. That's something I never thought I would be saying in 2025. Okay, there's that. There's this, but it's kind of an outdoorsy thing. What if we put this here and then put the TV? Now, your Sims will not be able to fix the TV if I do it like this. But you're not going to want this living room, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But what if this then becomes the TV stand? And then we put this on an angle. Is that ugly? Potentially. Is it better than what we had before? I'm not sure. They can have this there. Look. There we go. Look at that living room. Let's move on. Let's do the small bathroom. And the small bathroom is going to be French country. Fancy. Couldn't have had French country in their living room, could they? Although I feel like there is not going to be a French country toilet. There is! Proved me wrong. Very wrong. And look at that. Even a sink. Now, how do I want to arrange this bathroom? That is the question. Is there... Oh, it's a bathtub combo. Okay, if I put the toilet right there... You don't really want to open up to the toilet though, do you? I think that is the way around that it works. I think if you walk into the bathroom, you can get into the bath if I've covered the tap side, or is it the other side? I will double check before I put this on the gallery, don't you worry. I'll bring someone right at the end. And what kind of bathroom do we want to do? Tempted by pink, but I don't want the gold hardware then if we're going to do pink. There we go. We need some floors and some tiles in here. Look at that. What do you mean I don't have any tiles? This is all you can offer me? Alright then, that's fine. Maybe we'll do this in here. Maybe we can put a picture painting up on the wall. Sunflowers. And I think that is probably all we can do in here, really. I don't want to overdo it. But maybe we can do these pretty flower lights. And I think I'm going to leave it unless I can find a nice tiny, teeny tiny plant. But I doubt it. Alright, shall we do this bedroom here? I don't know what I want this to be yet. I'll see what furniture we have. I would like it to be a nursery maybe, or a toddler's room. But I feel like we're not going to have those items. Boho. Alright, okay. I don't know what we've got under boho. Boho, boho. Okay, we've got some pretty cute beds, but I don't know what we've got in terms of cribs or toddler beds. Maybe I can make this into a teen's room or a kid's room. Maybe I can make this into a kid's room. I think just a regular kid's room will be really cute in here. So, wallpaper. This is it. Not liking our choices here. Maybe I will do a teen then. What about that bed? That kind of goes with the theme. Put it there, and then what kind of rug do we want to use? I am very tempted by this rug, but we do have this one. And maybe it being plain is kind of a good thing for this room. So what else do we have? Do we have dressers? Yeah, we have dressers. And I'm kind of interested in using this one because it looks like she's painted it. And maybe we can have a little artiste. Although I don't know where it's going to fit. And they can obviously have this chair, bedside table. Don't have anything, surprisingly. I could do this table and size it down. Do we give them the canopy? I don't know if they can sit in that chair anymore, but that's alright. And a mirror for them. Right, well, because we're limited on space, I might try and put their mirror. This one is sweet. It's not very big though. Maybe they can just have a mirror here. It's a random place. Do we have any activities? Well, maybe they like to meditate instead of doing art. I mean, I suppose I could always add an easel into this room. I'll put the meditation stool just kind of there in the middle of her room. And then what if we gave them an easel? I know it's not boho, but I would like them to still have some skills in their bedrooms. And we can go back to the boho section. No books, no indoor activities. No desks. What are the paintings like? Sparse. Well, we can put this one on this wall. Not with that frame. Oh, no, maybe we can do the yellow. We've kind of we're lacking on yellow. And then what if we put this one on this wall? We put this one above her bed. But I've sized it down. And then what other clutter do we have? Well, there's a blanket basket. That could be cute in this room. I'm not too worried about having them be able to reach the wardrobe because no one ever uses the wardrobes. And then what else is there? There's this, but I think it's the wrong colors. There is this plant holder, which could be nice. There isn't a lot of plantage in this room. And what are we missing? Well, a plant is probably what we're missing. And we do have this one. I would love to use this one, which is my favorite. But I think it's probably a little bit big for in here. Okay, I think that is all I can get in here, and that's done. So this is the first room. It went through quite a few different ideas of who it was going to be for, but I think it is going to be for a teen. So I think then I will do the main bedroom. And the main bedroom is going to be... Okay, I'm not usually one for spinning again. But I think garden is too difficult for this room. So I'm going to do another spin. And hopefully we get something a little bit more... I don't even think that's better. I don't think that is better than what I had before. Mission. Okay, well at least there's a bed in here. So we will be using this bed, and that will depend on the wallpaper. There's quite a lot of wallpaper actually. I kind of want to use that one, but is it ugly? Oh, no wait, we're saved. We are saved. Saved by my wedding stories. Look, we've got bedside tables. I'm scared to think about what the rug situation is going to be. Not even bad. Let's try and change up the bed. How about this one? It's just the most boring looking room. Oh, we've even got boring looking paintings. Look at that. And the tiny painting. Maybe that can go here. The good thing is, I will say at least we've got one of everything. We have one of every single bedroom item we need. Alright, well, that's that room done. And let's do the big bathroom. Please be something good, please be something good, please be something good. Cosmolux, okay, that's going to be, I think, a very interesting style for the bathroom. No, not basics. Oh, I really want that. I really want that next time. See, that would have been so cool for the main bedroom. This game hates me. Right, bathroom. Do we have the essentials? Toilet, yes. Sink, yes. Do we want to go for the mid-century or maybe this kind of style? Maybe that is probably better. Shower, yes. We don't need a bath in here. I don't think we've got a bath in the other one. Oh, we've got the robe. I'm just going to pop that there. A very interesting selection of lights. Right, I think we can make this work. It's a very big bathroom. Unnecessarily large. But maybe we can do a double sink. Is that ugly though? I'm not sure. I've just seen the wall selection. I'm hoping that's not all of it. This is the floors I have to choose. They're going to have a carpeted bathroom. That is so... Or this. This is the tile we have to use. It's going to have to be that. And then the bathroom walls. Metal. No, okay. Let's do this seriously. Can we just do white triangles? Is that completely ridiculous to do white triangles in here? Or this. This geometric thing that looks like a tile, but I don't think is a tile. Oh, this is so bad. This is so much worse than I thought. When it said, ooh, you've got Cosmolux, I thought, okay, we've got a chance. How about we cover up the windows so that no one can see inside? Why would you not have a matching swatch with the blue? Do you want to have a rug in your bathroom? I think it needs it. I think it needs to break up the disaster. What's the plants like? Oh, golly. I'm going to get rid of the ottoman and put this plant. What if we put an ottoman? You know, just for sitting and contemplating your design choices. Right, let's leave the bathroom. Goodbye. Final bedroom. Oh, I forgot we've got the garage. Okay, that's fine. Final bedroom is going to be shotgun. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? What is the shotgun style? That's it? That's all we have? Alright, I hate to be that person again, but I think you guys need to give me another pass. Let's spin again. Oh, mid-century, and now we're talking. But what kind of room do we want to do? It feels a lot more, grown up. Oh no, there's some cute kid stuff in here. No, let's do a kid's room. Maybe this kid loves bowling. Okay, let's do a bunk bed. What if we do this orange and blue theme? And then we can put a desk underneath. Maybe this one, or we can go for this one. And I think they would like the bowling lamp. Where do you want to put your bowling trophy? Oh, we can put it in that little alcove. Look! A crafts table. We can definitely put that in. We've got the Lego not Lego table. We can put that in. Rug. It has to be the bowling rug, doesn't it? That hurts my eyes. Oh my goodness. Well, it has to have the bowling pins on, doesn't it? Is that not the ugliest rug you've ever seen in your whole life? But will they love it? Probably. It's for a child. And this is our selection of wallpapers. Again, what's the least offensive wallpaper? How about this triangle one? This is the room so far. Let's take away this this light and put in a different big light. This room is so crazy. Sometimes I think you just need to do it. For the kids. Right, what absolutely horrific bowling thing can we put on their wall? This one is the obvious choice. Now let's size this down so it actually fits on the wall. And just a whole bowling sign. Whoa, look at this one. Is that fun or ugly? I can't really tell. We need a bookshelf. We need some sort of bookshelf. But maybe we can just get away with that. That's better. Did they have a shabby bookshelf? I don't remember. I don't think they did. Alright, well that is the other child's bedroom. Bowling themed, if you will. And let's move on to the garage. I have no idea what's going to go in here. I have absolutely no idea. So the wheel is going to decide the activity within the garage. We've already done storybook. Let's go again. We've already done Queen Anne. Let's go again. We did boho already. It's just recycling them. Lazy. Vintage. Okay, it's going to be a classy little garage. Vintage. Oh, it's right there. Okay, what's in here? A bar. Okay, we can have a garage bar. A little bit of a thingy bar. I don't even have a door to get into this room. What was I I was just like, sure. All right, I'm going to replace this with... There's not going to be a vintage door. What if that... No, that is a bit extreme. But what if this is their garage door? What if they've converted it into a bistro? The bar is huge. They can play guitar. There can be a guitar section. Piano. It's like a little nightclub in here. Alright, that's all the activities. I don't think we need the I don't think we need the bench from Jungle Adventure. just completely gave up. And we can have teeny tiny little lamps. I love these ones from Businesses and Hobbies. And let's get rid of... Oh, did I not give this room a light? Oh, well that's alright then. But we need something that hangs from the ceiling. There we go. We can put the bougie bar. I really haven't decided what I want to do. I want to change the wallpaper. The colour. What if we went red? That's not that bad. Go for this. And... this. Okay, well that is our garage bistro that we have. And then finally, last but not least, is the garden. And this is basically, I'm hoping it will just help me decide what kind of furniture to put in the back garden. We've already done French country. It's just recycling the same ones. Now we get basic. Now that we're in the kit, now we're in the garden, we get basic. Classic. Right, what can we do on the outside? Picnic table with an umbrella. No grill? What in the world are we going to do out here? Well, we can put the trash can out here on the back. Oh, and they need a mailbox. At least they can have bikes. Two parents and a teen, and then we need a child's bike, which can be one of these. Do they have some sort of orange colour scheme? No, but they do have this blue one. Oh no, we can go for this one, look. Good. Well, I'm glad we have this table outside. So many activities can be enjoyed. We can have a swing set in the garden. I love this one. I think it's so cute. What kind of... I kind of want to do that one. We don't have a toddler, so we don't need that. What if they had like a little splash pad section in their garden? I don't think we'll be able to fit Whalebert in here though. And we can... It's not where you would put it, but we can put the decoration box outside. So many good things in this basics section. So many good things for inside the house. The funny thing is that I was actually going to put these chairs out here before I even finish the house, but I thought, oh no, I'll leave it and it might come up with something a bit more exciting. No, pick those ones anyway. Okay, well I might just leave that then as the garden, as we don't have a grill or anything. I didn't have any opportunity to put anything inside. So that is the finished house. I will give you a little tour. This is our storybook entryway. I think it's pretty cute. And then we have our patio dining area, our Queen Anne kitchen, which I actually think is pretty good. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's kind of cute. And then we have, I don't know if this is the worst room, possibly the shabby living room. I can't even look at it, it's so horrible. We have a French country bathroom. We have our boho bedroom. I think this might be my favorite. It's so cute. Cosmolux bathroom. I don't know what this room is. It's certainly interesting. We have our mission style bedroom, aka the boring room. We have our bowling mid-century bedroom. And then if we just go across to the garage, we have our vintage garage bar that we have, including piano and guitar. And then our garden is just a basic, whoa! And then we just have our basic garden with just a table and some swings. I will upload this to the gallery if you want it. I don't think anyone is going to want this house, but it will just be called a Diff Room Diff Style House. And then I'm just going to save it to my library. I will put it on the gallery, but I want to play test it first just to make sure that those few little things work. But anyway, if it costs 81,000, that would be the kitchen. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more from me, then please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!